Oh, it was euphoria. It was talking to him and texting him all day. It was getting in trouble at work because I'm in my phone all day. It was lying, figuring out how I'm going to lie to get out of the house this evening because I got to get to this man. We're going out. I don't care what it is. I got to go. So at the height of my infidelity, it was just euphoric. It was euphoric. We used to work together.
Right.
So I was able to connect with people after the fact that gave me more information and would just let me know, hey, yeah, I used to mess with him too. Like, okay. He was kind of like the work hoe. He had slept with at least 4 or 5 girls there. I don't think he disconnected that easy, but way easier than myself. He knew what it was. He was more logical about it than I was. I was ready to leave my baby, leave my family. This was nice. I love y'all. I see y'all on the weekend. I wanted to be with him at all costs.
You was ready to leave your kid?
When I say leave my kid, I mean, here, Dad, you can have her. I'll see y'all on the weekend. If this don't work out, she's yours. Just let me be happy with him.
I guess, shout out to her for being real about it. Right? We see this happens a lot, but people often aren't real about it. They'll give all the excuses in the world why what that man was not doing rather than saying, yo, it was euphoric, it felt good. We always get the lead up. Wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that, so I went after this. Now I'm not excusing anything that she did. Hey, I'm just liking when people get on here and they keep it real. And it makes us realize that men and women really are not that different when it comes to things like this. We often give women the benefit of doubt, saying that it's only men that do stuff like this. But like she said, she was ready to say, listen, I'll take, you could be the custodial parent. I just want to be with this guy. But before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so don't miss no uploads. I want to play this one back because I think there's a couple points in here that we can sort of pull apart here. But make sure you check that notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Still doing 2 a day. If you see in this video and you just, it's out of nowhere, subscribe. This is a notification bell. Let's play this one again.
We found out why cheaters cheat.
Oh, it was euphoria. It was talking to him and texting him all day. It was getting in trouble at work because I'm in my phone all day.
So one of these things that we want to talk about is like sometimes you got to pay attention to your partner. Right? If you're seeing this, you're seeing more of the increase in the phone use. You're seeing them being distracted. And she says, later on, it's like, at the height of this, like a year in. So it's not really difficult to catch this. I think men just often ignore those signs. We get really good at ignoring what's happening around us because we want things to be a certain way. We want things to be smooth. We want things to be even. And sometimes we withdraw. We withdraw from I don't want to say the relations, but effectively we do because we think if we're not arguing, then things are great. This is a failure on our part. And I'm not saying this to excuse what she's doing. I'm just saying that you can see the difference in people. When you live with someone and you're up under them all the time, you know their mannerisms, you know their energy, you know when something's changing. But men often just say, I'm gonna put that to the side unless I have evidence. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm telling you, be like women do. Go with your gut.
It was lying, figuring out how I'm going to lie to get out of the house this evening because I got to get to this man. We're going out. I don't care what it is. I got to go. So at the height of my infidelity, it was just euphoric. It was euphoric. We used to work together.
Right.
So the other part of it is how many of these relationships would start with someone at work and then actually end up with this thought, this idea that I'm going to transition from what I have at home. I'm going to transition from this relationship, this marriage that I've got going here. And I'm just going to now the grass is essentially greener with this person. You try that, and what happens? You find out the real truth, which again, on her part, it would have been an easy thing for her to sit there and find out and do some digging. We get sort of caught up in this limerence and we think this is the best thing that's ever happened to us. Like she said, euphoria, where you ignore all the important things. You ignore all the facts that if he's doing this with me, because we often think we're special, well, could there be anyone else before me? Yeah, you later on find out 4. He was going around the office. You didn't somehow, you weren't plugged into the office, the water cooler talk to find out, oh, yeah, he goes around and he does this, especially if you're married. Some people get off on that, and that's the hook. The idea is like you've got something to lose, and you don't probably want to give this up for this. No, some people are going out there and monkey branching. They're thinking, I would never leave my relationship if I did not have something lined up already. And I already have this lined up with you. We're together. We feel this way with each other. We're spending all this time together, even when I'm sitting here married. And then you come to find out, yeah, that even if you do leave your situation, leave your marriage and get with this person, part of that excitement was the running around. Part of that excitement was knowing you weren't supposed to do this. And part of reality saying, now that I have all this free time that I think I can dedicate to this person, I'm now going to get more of the dopeness that I was experiencing in small doses. I can only dedicate 3-4 hours, a couple of days a week to this person. Well, now you got 24 hours, 7 days a week. And now it turns out this person is nowhere near what you thought. You built all this up in your head, which normally this would be fine, but you had to blow up a relationship. You had to ruin a marriage. You had to now, like you were saying, you were in such a place where you were ready to give up custody of your child, primary custody or 50-50 custody. Yo, you take the kid, right? You take the kid. My happiness is the most paramount thing. And we don't lend or we don't shed enough of a light when women do this. We're saying that my happiness, this euphoria, is the most important thing in my life. It's not the kids, it's not the duty, it's not the commitment I made with you when we got married. It's this. I'm chasing my happiness. When that is the most important thing, it doesn't matter what foundations you've made somewhere else. These can be comprised of things like I said, duty, responsibility. Love becomes not the most important thing. Happiness is not the most important thing because we both know you have a child, you're supposed to sacrifice for that child. And sacrifice rarely makes you feel happy, especially in women. For men, we get some joy out of that. We get some joy saying, yeah, you know what? I put in, 90 hours this week, but look what my family gets to do. Look how easy they have it. Look at the things that is able to accomplish. That gives us a sense of joy. Apparently, that's different from women, and different is fine. It's just that it's changeable as well. What made you happy on Monday might not be what makes you happy on Thursday. And now if the entire dynamic of your life and our lives have to shift to accommodate that, this is why men are looking and saying, yeah, don't do this. Hey, don't do this. Don't become so attached. Don't get so close. Because at any moment's time, you could decide you want to do something else that makes you happy. You want to chase that happiness. It's like chasing horizon, really. It's always going to be out there. It's always going to be further and further away. But now you're blowing things up. You're ruining marriages. You're ruining, the chance for your kid to grow up in a 2-family house just because you want to chase happiness. And it's only a matter of time before whatever you had with that man, the new man, would eventually change. Just like when you find out, oh, you're number 5. It's not so special. It's not so sexy now. Listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And you listen to my voice now. You have not subscribed. I think you should. I think we're trying to build something great here. I'll see you in the next one.